Today we are selling this XC90 Recharge. The gentleman's coming in today. Ultimate. Look at that beautiful Napa leather interior. One of my favorite tricks is you hold the unlock button and everything opens up. Take a look at that. It's gorgeous. Crystal shifter by Autofor. The Harman Kardon. Nice little Swedish influence there. So the blue denim with the blonde and the two-tone fits in really nicely. This is the plug-in hybrid here, and then you just hold the lock button and it goes right back up. A lot of people are like, well, a lot of brands do that. No, not necessarily. I sold Infinity before, and it would let you go down, but it wouldn't let you go up. So that's a little inconvenient when it starts raining. So we're gonna get this one gassed up, charged up, and prepped for sale. This gentleman submitted his credit application. We just have to run it, make sure everything's all good. But you know, it's already his, this is gonna be his wife's third XC90. Very comfortable seats. One of my favorite in the new 24s and 23s is slide to open. Another thing that a lot of people don't know is in Sweden it's pretty cold. Well, you know that, but this is pretty sensitive. I don't know if it's going to work with the foil. There we go. Still works. Just have to see, even with the foil, even with mittens, everything's really sensitive because it's super cold over there. They know the average driver is going to have that. But in this case, you don't really have to care. You have ventilated seats. In Sweden, they really do care about the heated steering wheel. And with this, it's very, very active, as in you will feel it. You don't want it on 3 after like 2 minutes. It's going to get really hot. A lot of people are like, oh my God, this is amazing. Of course, heated seats in the back over there. And then this one is the 6 configuration. No worries, we're going to gas you up. It is fully charged though. Oh, looks like somebody already charged it. That's amazing. So in this case, what we're going to do, since this one has 0 fuel, is we're going to hold the charge. So as you can feel that rumble, and now it's very quiet. Now the engine's actually on. There's always a little bit in the reserve, and we're taking it to the gas station, aka our gas pump in the back. This one does have the heads-up display, which the camera always shows it a little weirdly. It might be flickering, because it is certainly flickering for me, but at a certain perspective, you lose sight of it because it all depends on how you actually adjust it based on the ride height. One of my favorite is also the windshield wipers themselves. It sprays from the windshield wipers instead of from over there, from the edge of the hood, which means it's better for higher speed visibility, but also it's better when in the wintertime you're parking this vehicle outside and it's going to freeze all over there. You can just go into control settings and you're able to put wiper service position. Oh, there we go. Wiper service position. Why is it not going? I know, it's because I had it one setting higher. There we go. So wiper service position, that's obviously for replacing the wiper so you don't scratch the paint, because if you take it right up, it's gonna scratch the paint. But you leave it like this and it's easier to clear the ice, and then you can put it back down and you're set to go. So anyways, with everything, you can turn off the vehicle, and just like so, it's going to be there. With everything right now, the range just went down to 1, but really it's rated for 35. It's when it's a brand new vehicle. It's just like the MPG. It goes crazy. Sometimes you fill it up, and if you were driving really fast, it's going to say you have 300 miles of range. Sometimes you fill it up and you're driving really slow and it has 2 miles. Let's see how many this one has 7 on the odometer. Yeah, just driving around the parking lot and post-delivery inspection and all that. And sometimes it's going to say you have 700, 800 miles of range. It's just like MPG. It obviously all depends. So obviously you have home link in here. You have the adjustable steering wheel, but it's with the manual paddle here. A lot of people are like, well, it's an Ultimate, it's the top of the line. Why do you not have a automatic mechanism for it to move? Well, with this, it's all about safety. You want the steering wheel to collapse away from you, so the airbag, when it explodes, it doesn't explode right in your face. A lot of hot gases can burn you and potentially break your nose if you're a female and you're sitting very close to it, as a lot of Customers sometimes really get up close and personal, adjust it. You don't want that to go off in your face, so it's going to go a little bit away. In order to collapse properly, though, there can't be a mechanism inside there. Same thing with your brake pedal. A lot of people in a really bad accident, they're going to slam on your brake pedal. If you get into a really bad crash, all that force is going to go right into your leg, potentially breaking it. So the brake pedal actually moves away. And in crash test videos, you can see side impacts, the seats move, all of this moves. It's not going to be major, but you know, like an inch or something. You have your current airbags from the front going all the way to the back. That's what happened when I crashed my car. It exploded, so it shields you from the glass, but also it's laminated glass, so it doesn't go all over you. But also it shields you from potentially any outside, you know, pole or something. You have a very strong A pillar, B pillar, but the seat shifts away, the current airbag, all of this works. The whips protection system if you get hit from behind. All of this works for safety reasons. I'm a Volvo salesman because I totaled a Volvo S60. My wife totaled my Volvo S80 2007 more than 5 years ago. I've been involved in multiple accidents. Some were my fault, some were not my fault. Before I totaled my S60, a couple months prior to that, this is why my insurance is so high. You get two claims in the same 6-month period. They're not too happy about that. So I was sitting parked in Chicago and someone goes right into me. He was inebriated. That same 6-month period, I did not file a claim because this was not my fault and this was on the dealership and we didn't file a claim. We fixed it ourselves. I was sitting parked in a client's XC90. Thankfully not a new one, a used one, but still. 2 used XC90s, more than $10,000 of damage. Ironically, the client was a damage claims adjuster, and he just kind of laughed about it, and we got him into a different XC90. They were a little upset, though, the wife was, because it was a brown interior, and it looked amazing. Well, we gave him a good deal. We gave him an extra $1,000 off for the black interior. But I was sitting, ready to go. They were going into finance. I was waiting for the car wash, and we had a porter that skipped. He was moving backwards. He was supposed to just park it back in the line, and he skipped over one car, and then I saw him aggressively turn towards me and then slammed right into me. Well, there's rear auto brake. There's a lot of safety sensors and features for the vehicle to stop and alert you. What happened? Well, probably the porter was on their phone, and you know the porter no longer works here, and he slammed right into the car. And it wasn't a major accident. The airbags didn't go. It was a couple miles per hour, you know, but it was enough damage where both vehicles, well over 10, potentially maybe $15,000 of damage. I don't know how much it was at the end of the day, but it was expensive. It was expensive. So it was moderate damage. Anyways, with that said, Google system, a lot of people ask, well, what's going on? What happens if it crashes? Well, you could treat it like an iPhone, where this is the home screen. If you hold it for 5 seconds, it goes into screen cleaning mode. At the other end of the spectrum, as you're about to witness here, after like 15 seconds, there we go, it goes black, and then you wait, just like resetting a MacBook laptop. Everything, your music, your fan speed, everything resets, except your profiles, obviously, what you saved. In this case, you can see it just very faintly. There we go. Then you could take your finger off, and now you have reset the system. There's 2 ways to reset. One, that one is just a normal reset if the infotainment gets glitchy, and hopefully that fixes it. The other is the secret button, one of the defrosters. You hold that, and then the SOS button is going to start flashing red. You hold that, and after 3 minutes, it resets the LTE. Now, that is not as common, but for example, let's say you start up YouTube and it starts really glitching, or I've had where Maps glitches out before as well, so that was kind of an interesting one. There's a lot of scenarios where it can just stop working for whatever reason. You go to the climate, and for whatever reason, oh, there we go. Whether new, when you just reset it, sometimes it can be a little bit glitchy. You click and something happens. The screen goes black. Well, you can just reset it. Usually that fixes it. It's whenever you have a new system, especially the first model years, the 23s, I realized were a little bit glitchier. Now they've done a lot of updates. It's a little bit better. Sometimes you have stuff like that. It's okay. I've seen it in all brands. Anyways, apart from that, I absolutely love the infotainment. I love that. And you're not really going to see it right now, but when you're driving, you have traffic sign recognition right there as well. Hey, it was 40 miles per hour the last we saw here. And then through there, you're also going to have directions. Turn left, turn right. You can say, hey, Google, take me to the nearest Starbucks. In this case, I'm gonna.
Starbucks.
I would cancel that, or you could press the home button and it would cancel. Now it's going. Okay, boom, and this is gonna update. There we go. It's updated it. Well, okay, let's cancel that, and then you can also say, "Hey Google." Sometimes it needs another reminder. Hey Google, change the temperature to 70.
Got it.
One weird quirk is that it only goes by twos. The previous ones you could actually scroll through the previous gen. Now it's a little interesting, but you know, what are those things? Next up, we want to make sure, or in this case, we could actually charge it. So now the engine, the remaining fuel is going to be charging it. So now we're actually going to fuel it up. You have your memory settings. You can fold your mirrors, both of them, if you're going through a car wash. And then my personal favorite is that. Now, when the visor is actually closed, you're able to just there we go. You just tap, and then you don't actually have to open it all the way. It opens just slightly. But now for the actual swiping, you can swipe both at the same time and have everything opened up for you. There we go. Now they're both moving back. You have your wind visor. It does move back a little bit more. The reason it's like that is so the echoing noise when you're driving doesn't bother you. And when you're parked, say smoking a cigar, you get a little bit more fresh air. Overall, a very, very fun grip and steering wheel. The steering is very tight on these XC90s. The Recharge, 455 horse. You're certainly getting a lot of acceleration from this. I absolutely love it. One of the safest cars on the road. It's not supposed to be a sports car, but it's quick. 455 horsepower, instant torque when you're in EV mode. We have a lot of our sales representatives here that, you know, just like me, I live 15 minutes away. You drive, you charge, or you don't even have to charge at work, but over here it's free charging, right? So of course, why not? And then you can charge at home. And if you charge religiously, you will be at the gas station less than once a month, maybe once every 6 weeks, which is an amazing experience to be able to not have to worry about that in a hybrid. Now, if you take it on a longer road trip or you go to the city, yeah, you're going to be at the gas station a little bit more frequently, but you're still saving a lot of money. Plus, you get the $7,500 EV rebate if you're leasing. It is an absolutely amazing vehicle. But most people are looking at it for the safety reasons, for the fact that it's premium, that it's a very nice feel. You got the Swedish minimalism over here. So anyways, let's get this ready because we're going to have this gentleman here pretty soon. So let's go through it. There we are, the finished product, XC90 Recharge, ready to go, and the beautiful blue denim blue sparkling right now. So all we have to do is, once client comes in, less than an hour, plates on. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this up here a little bit. Got your charging cable for the Recharge. You have the first aid kit. I'm gonna take that out of the plastic. We will make sure everything's in order here. But yeah, pretty much almost done. And there we go. XC90 sold next day, and I actually sold a blue 24 XC90. So the one we were just talking about, boom, sold. Went really well. Guy was in and out, 30 minutes, super quick. He was a busy man. And that is that. Now, this month's not going the best. So the past two deals were, yes, easy, everything's good. But it's like, finally, you know, something's happening because what was happening previously. I mean, we're at 5.5 units, and today is the 19th. If I could get another one today, fantastic. I need a day where I get 2, and there's always that possibility. I've sold 4, the max I ever sold. That was a crazy day. I sold 4 in a single day, and that was usually, you know, last days of the month, like 2 days before or whatever. So I'm excited because the last week could be busy, but that also means if it gets too busy, you have to give up deals, splits, and all that. So anyways, let's get to it.